Universal Studios Florida has been the host, you could say, of Halloween Horror Nights for a long time now. The first time in Orlando was actually at Universal Studios Florida, being Universal Studios Florida opening in 1990. And we are now at HHN 35, and it has been a long time coming since the first and the 35th HHN, the annual event that happens annually. But it's actually happened at Islands of Adventure, another park, and even happened at two parks at once. But I'm going to be talking about the first time it was held in Islands of Adventure in 2002. Now, Islands of Adventure at the time was the newest Universal park, so they wanted to see, what it would be like for Islands of Adventure, calling it the Islands of Fear, a play on words from the original name, obviously, being Islands of Adventure, Halloween Horror Nights, Islands of Fear. Pretty smart move, I guess. There was 5 haunted houses, 6 scare zones, and the host of the, I guess you could say, event was the caretaker. Now, you may be asking me, Blake, who is the caretaker? This is him.
Eeny, meeny, miny, moe. Catch a body by the toe. If he hollers, cut him low. Eeny, meeny, miny, moe.
Visit the all-new Halloween Horror Nights held for the first time at Islands of Adventure. 4 islands of fear. Save up to $20 from Coca-Cola.
This is him. I'm showing pictures, hopefully. I am. Now, the caretaker is, his name is Dr. Albert Kane. And he is the second original icon developed and first used for Halloween Horror Nights Islands of Fear. Now, Dr. Albert Kane was a well-respected doctor, or surgeon, sorry, and he was obsessed with death and the nature of death, pretty much. And he was... So I'm just giving a little bit of a backstory to him, and him and his family would conduct experiments on the deceased and pretty much using them as guinea pigs from his town. Obviously, this is a real story. It is made by Universal. But then there would be him and his family and his assistants, you could say, would also, I guess, take homeless people from the town and experiment on them and doing these horrific experiments. And then the townspeople found out, and a big mob came and tried to burn down the mansion which he was in, and his dead body was nowhere to be found. That's like the backstory to the caretaker, and then he featured in the HHN 2002 Islands of Fear event. Hopefully that made sense. But he was the event's icon, you could say, and there was, it was an unforgettable experience, you could say. I mean, it was the first time Islands of Adventure had held this event, or it had even been held somewhere else other than Universal Studios Florida. Now, there was the event, the house for the caretaker. There was the Maximum Carnage house, which was, you would enter the mind of an insane criminal with alien symbiote powers. If you've played Spider-Man 2, there was a kind of side mission with Carnage. There was, back in the 90s animated series Spider-Man, there was a Carnage, I think, wasn't that? He's been shown a lot of times in different kind of movies and TV shows, including Venom 2, if you've watched that movie. But this was Carnage from the comics being. And he pretty much took over Marvel Superhero Island. And yeah, it was a pretty cool... It looks cool, at least. I will put up a picture of what kind of something to do, a few pictures of the event at Marvel Superhero Island, or the house. There was a Scary Tales 2 house, classic fairy tales, which was twisted into kind of nightmarish things, I guess. There was a fear factors house where you would face your phobias in a pitch black maze. I don't know if I can say this right, Project Evolution, mutant creatures from a failed genetic experiment. And each house was designed to immerse you in its horror with detailed sets and terrifying scare actors. So, some scare zones that surround you. Now, I will say before we get into the scare zones, the main kind of, I forgot what it was, never mind. The scare zones that kind of surrounded you in this event was the island under siege. So Marvel villains had defeated the heroes, and chaos would ensure. Port of Evil, a mist-shrouded port city where horrors lurk, being in the port of entry, the other one being in Marvel Superhero Island. Island of Evil Souls, ancient demons torment the lost souls. I'm guessing that would be in the Lost Continent. There was the JP, or Jurassic Park Extinction, which was mutant dinosaurs would roam freely. Treeks, which obviously in Jurassic Park. Treeks and Foons, cartoonish freaks with a deadly sense of humor. Toon Lagoon. And Booville, which was Seuss Landing, which was transformed into Booville, or it was originally Whoville, and yeah, Booville. So there was quite a bit of scare zones. Obviously, I'm guessing that Seuss Landing wasn't actually scary, and neither was Toon Lagoon. They were just like kind of, I don't know how to explain it. It would have been very tame. I don't know, maybe, I don't know. I'm guessing it wasn't that scary, the scare zones for Toon Lagoon or Seuss Landing, because it's originally for kids, the place, or the land. Now, the legacy of Islands of Fear remains a fan favorite, for sure. I mean, it was definitely different and interesting. Whether you liked it or not, you have to admit, it was definitely interesting. I wasn't born at this time, but this was, from the look of it, my favorite event. Although this year is looking pretty promising. Now, beyond the scares, it was the atmosphere, the storyline, and overall the event itself that a lot of people loved. And it made it legendary, you could say. My camera's about to die, so we better pack this up quickly. Now, are you brave enough to face the fear for this year's event? If you want to see any other videos of mine, specifically Halloween Horror Nights, I've got mine. My last Halloween Horror Nights video I did, which was, I think, like 2 weeks ago or something. I don't think it was too bad of a video, so maybe check that out if you want to. If you want to see any more of my videos, or you want to learn any more about Universal, Halloween Horror Nights, and more, like and subscribe. Apparently likes mean something now. They have for a while, but yeah, do whatever you want, I guess. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Goodbye.